Hey Adventure Schooling friends and family, I have another video today for you about the activities I made for our September theme, which is related to apples and fall and all things like that, fall related. So here's a quick overview of that. There's the flowers my hubby gave me. Got a little bit of fall decorating going on, but first, coffee, because I haven't had my coffee. I got this Hello Fall cup from the Dollar Tree. I always love all their fall decorations. So definitely coffee first, and then we'll get right back into the video. Today I'm having one of these Swiss Miss blends. I found them at my local Dirt Cheap store. I love Dirt Cheap. If you haven't gone to Dirt Cheap or you don't know about it, it's a store where everything is discounted. It's like overstocks from other stores and stuff like that. And so this morning I'm having the caramel macchiato one, but the mocha is amazing too. So if you see these in your stores, especially if you have a Dirt Cheap, go check it out. They are delicious. So that's what I am up to. And then we'll get right into the video after I prepare my coffee. Coffee is ready. And I'm ready to go. So I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys right here the different activities. And hopefully you enjoy them. I'm using a tripod that I don't normally use, so hopefully it goes well. But anyway, let's see, where will I start? So I do have just plain apples because we're gonna practice some practical life type stuff where we practice using an apple cutter to cut the apples. We're going to do some science experiments of cutting pieces and letting them dry out in air, vinegar, water, letting them kind of spoil and seeing which way it spoils faster. And we're also going to do a sink or float activity, so obviously, and we're going to do some art activities where they do use watercolors to paint apples. We're going to do measuring activities this week where they use the apples. They lay on the ground and they stack apples one after the other to see how many apples it takes to measure their height for a non-standard measure type activity. So that's one thing I have planned. This one here is just a simple folding activity out of their practical life. So I have these placemats that I was using on our table in the summer, and they're just going to practice folding. Folding is a great skill, and it's in Montessori, which we do a lot of Montessori type activities in our learning. Practical life things that they're going to need to know in life are great for activities, and we just have it on this cute plate. Okay, I did a lot of sensory bins this time because I was just in the mood to. I like having a variety of sensory bins. We have their giant sensory bin that's down in their playroom that's got beans and some other stuff in it. I can show you guys that towards the end of the video, but that's there, and I haven't changed that. I may add some like fall leaves, some more fall leaves and stuff into it, maybe some acorns, that kind of stuff, but right now it's not anything. So this one is just another sensorial type. I'm trying to get used to this new tripod thing, but I'm holding it now. So this is just a mix. I had actually made this a long time ago, and they still use it and still get, we're actually starting to work a lot with, we're obviously continuing working with letters and letter sounds. There's a random bear in here. I might add a couple more so it's not so random looking. So in here there's some letters. They can hunt for letters and use the spoon to scoop the letters and put them in the tray when they find them. I may add some more letters in as well. I just gotta find what I did with the rest of those letters. But it's very, very good sensorial for the texture, how you feel it. And there's different textures with the pipe cleaners being so soft and also a little pokey if you touch the end. So this is a good sensorial activity, and it's a kind of like a quiet bin. I'm planning to use it for when I'm working with one girl and the other needs to do a quiet activity. So this will be one that we'll go to. I always recommend these. I got them at my local Dirt Cheap. They're just a 3-pack of the rectangle tablecloths. So I like to have them on hand so I can throw them down on the ground if the girls are going to sit down and do a messy activity like this or one of the other sensorial bins. This is what the girls have been using with their snow that I created. I found the recipe on Pinterest. A lot of these activities I did find on Pinterest and make different, my own variations of. But these are just a lot of their animals that they have that they play with in their block area, or just for, pretend play, small world play. But I created this sensorial experience that is literally just cornstarch. It's in this container. Cornstarch mixed with, there's still an animal in here, a bug. He's hanging out. So it's basically like a play snow consistency. Because it's baking soda mixed with strawberry conditioner from like dollar store, and it smells so good. But that's just another one that I wanted to have on hand, and it being kind of snow-like is kind of not really exactly related to fall, but we'll be getting into winter, and the girls use these paper plates they'll put some of the snow on there and then we'll play with their animals on it. So it's another one that I created. Okay, this one, I had got this book at Dirt Cheap. Look, I got snow on my backdrop. That stuff does get everywhere though, so definitely use it with your like at a table that you can wipe well, or definitely with one of those tablecloths. This is just an egg carton that I cut. I needed it for other items, so I just cut it down to size that I wanted for this particular activity, and I threw a bunch of random color items in this. And I have this color book that I got at the Dirt Cheap for like a couple cents. It was less than $1. And it's just put me in the zoo. They've been asking about going to the zoo, so I thought it was cute that it was that, even though it's not really technically related to the theme. It's all about colors, and we've been working a lot on learning our colors in Spanish. So we're going to use this activity to kind of encourage them to, experience a sensorial play, which we love, but then they can practice their Spanish and sort it out. So amarillo, naranja, verde. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Also, I can just play in it. Definitely a multi-purpose activity. Put that over there so I can grab our other sensory bin. This is our main sensory bin that I created for this. I just got this a long time ago, I believe, at a dollar store or something. This bin. I love it because the lid is there. Close it up when we're done. I created these from pizza boxes. I made these little trees. I opened some packets of instant oatmeal that smell like maple and brown sugar. Smells so nice. Very fall. Makes me want to bake everything. I grabbed some of the peg dolls that we've painted. We just get unfinished peg dolls from Amazon and we paint them. We're going to start painting a lot more, even more detailed and decorated than this. But so the idea behind this one is just like a family out picking apples or out in the apple orchard. And these little balls from the, not the Color Coup game, although I did use some of the Color Coup ones, but I have another game that I pulled these out of. So that's just our apple orchard sensory bin to play with and explore for this September month. Now here is another basically open-ended invitation to explore and create. I love doing these kind of STEM-related invitation to explore type trays, because their creativity just comes out and flourishes. So I did put yellow and reddish Play-Doh here. We had plenty of sticks and leaves that had fall down with the storms that have come through. So I just grabbed some sticks from outside. These are obviously like those applesauce pouch and soda pouch or soda container water bottle lids that I've made apple colors and or I've gathered apple colors and put them in here. And these are some leaves I cut out of the pizza box, but I'm going to put some real leaves in here as well. And I have these I got at the Dollar Tree the other day, in my Dollar Tree haul. If you haven't seen it, I just posted it not that long ago. So they're good for fine motor skills and working with the pincer graph. I may add a couple other things, but this is just an invitation to explore and create. You can create an apple tree, you can create anything you want. That was thinking behind that. This tray here is, I just used a baking sheet, an old one that I'm no longer using for baking. And I got these cards. And I'm going to put a little tiny notebook with a pencil in here. So the idea behind this is it's like a 10 frame because I made it out of the egg carton. And I also put the colors of apples in it just to see. Like, I wasn't going to instruct them to match the colors, but to see if they did. Now, when Ginny was playing with this tray earlier, she did not. She just did the math part of it because that's what I was telling her about it. But I then showed her later that you can match the colors. I'm curious to see what Olivia and Lulu do with it. Lulu's very into sorting, and so is Olivia, so we'll see. But basically, they can count how many of the dots, or they can just know the number if they already recognize the number 9, and they can put that many. Oops, I dropped one. 9. So there's 9 in there, and then I want them to write down how many ways they can create 9. So 5 plus 4 is 9. And 6 plus 3 is 9. So on and so forth. And then they're going to write how many ways they can make that number, was my thinking behind it, to add some mathematical reasoning into our mix. Here I just have these chalkboards that I picked up at Dollar Tree. They're like the slate chalkboards, which I'm sure I'm going to use for a ton of different things. But I put them here so that they can use this pretty glitter chalk that we picked up at the Dirt Cheap a while ago, and they can practice writing some of these words related to the theme, like core, fall, crisp, green, pie, yellow, red, farm, farmer, sprout, skin, seed, tree. So there's like a bunch of different words, and so that's they can practice their handwriting. They can try to draw what the word describes. It's also pre-reading or reading activity to recognize what the letters and the sounds make to create that word and then read that word. Over here I have this apple tray. I found this cute little poem on Pinterest and this activity actually, and so I just recreated it. I hand drew everything. I just used note cards, like index cards, because they're sturdier than paper. So it just says apples, apples, nice and round. Pick an apple, make it sound is the little poem. And so they just pick up the letter, and it also has the capital and small letter because that's a skill that a few of my girls are working on currently, is recognizing capital and small letters. And so they would just say A, and they practice just the letter sounds for my littler ones. This is just another 10 frame that I put on an index card, but it goes up, there's like 2, so it goes up to 20. And then in here I just have counters, like bingo chip counters, so they can practice one-to-one correspondence as they count all the way to 20, 2, 3, etc. So that was what we do there. This is just a simple color sorting. We they all know their colors, but they still like the process of sorting things out. And we are working on our Spanish colors, so rojo, amarillo, verde, and they just can sort through, and there's just beads in here and some of the color coup pieces. They still love sorting, so I'm trying to make sure that they have sorting activities available to them. This is our little family at the orchard. It's kind of a practical life, small world pretend play, because you can, have the family interacting as they pick the apples. This is a little egg carton that I cut, and then I just made it to look like a bushel basket. And then there's just modeling clay in the bottom because it won't harden and dry out like Play-Doh would. And then just the beads. Oh, that white one is not supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be in this color mix right here. Anyway, so they can match the color, or they can just practice their fine motor skills as they put all the apples on the tree, and then they can bring the family to pick the apples off the tree. So definitely fun small world play, and also good fine motor skills in that one. Just a ton of fun in general. I had gotten this printed off the internet a long time ago for free from somewhere, I don't know, and it's just like a greater than, less than, equal to. It has the different variations that are like the actual greater than, less than signs, but with little eyes, or it has like alligators to be the greater than, less than. It had like 2 samples, like example problems, so I just glued them onto an index card so that the girls could see exactly what they needed to do here. That 3 is greater than 1. Then all the greater than, less than, equal pieces are up top here, and they just go through the dots on one side. And so 9 dots is equal to the number 9. So they can count, 10. 10 dots is not equal to 9. 10 dots is greater than 9. So just a really good greater than, less than activity that I thought was adorable. And I put them on note cards again so that they are a little more durable. I got these trays, by the way, at the Dollar Tree. They're super, super awesome. I collect trays from everywhere. As you can see, it's a wide variety of trays. I think I got these at the Dollar Tree a long time ago. I think they were in a 2-pack or 3-pack. I don't remember. I use like chip dip trays, random baskets, all sorts of things. And so I have these here because we're gonna have them out for them to explore with. They're the things we found at Dirt Cheap. Basically, it's just different theme: bugs, North American wildlife, outer space, birds, and inside it just has a picture of something and some facts about it on the back, so they're going to be able to explore these as they want to. What is it? Yes, you can have that, baby. This is just I had these in the color tray that I have for them to sort out the Spanish colors before, like when it was just a letter color exploration tray for like learning the letters or the colors, I'm sorry. So I just took all the pieces out, and they're actually the paint cards like from the stores, I think Walmart or something. And so I just put it here with some glue and plain paper, and so they could just make collages whenever they feel like it. This one is lots of fun. I got some ideas. I was looking at like Play-Doh trays on Pinterest for different ideas, and actually this one I got this little apple stand idea and the little boy and the basket, the bushel basket from Pinterest, but I just drew them myself, hand drew them, and I put here I put a 20, two 10 frames for the 20 chart, and they're inside of just page protectors for a notebook, and then I have clay because I love Play-Doh, but it dries out if they leave it out, and that happens sometimes. They're busy working and they forget to, even though I try to get them in the mood of, or the habit of that they do a tray and then they put it back correctly. So for example, this one, they put everything away and then they put the Play-Doh in, and then they move on. But sometimes, being little, they forget. So a lot of times for things like this, I like to just use modeling clay because it's actually tougher to work with, so it really strengthens their fine motor skills better, and it's also very creative because you can put a lot of details into it. But basically here they would just do whatever they want. They could make an apple pie out of the dough and put some little apple pieces in it and have it sitting here on the stand for him to sell. They could put a bunch of different colors of apples here in the bucket for him to be selling. Or they can use balls of dough, or made of clay, to count all the way to 20. They could do pattern practice, so they could do like yellow, brown, etc. So there's a ton of different ideas of ways you could use these Play-Doh mats. They're very creative and open-ended, but also they can be more direct, and you can have them work on a specific goal or skill with the Play-Doh mats, and so I really do like them. I've been wanting to create some for a while. On the back I just have a big number 5 drawn out, and then a tree that they can put apples in, or they could make a little monkey hanging from it out of their clay, whatever they want to do. There is a 10 frame here for just practice making 5. So 4 plus 1 is 5, and they could do that. And then I'm going to put a dry erase on here too. I just haven't yet. But then with the dry erase marker, they could write the number, or they could do the clay, like the dots. 4 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 0 plus 5, 1 plus 4. And so like I just want them to get used to the fact that there are many different ways using addition to get to a certain number. This one is just regular addition practice, where they could put the amount of apples in the tree, other apples in this tree. 5 plus 5 is 10, and then with the dry erase write it down. And here's just another, these dry erase buckets I get from the Dollar Tree. But like I said, you can just use these page protectors, and you can see that this was a Play-Doh tray because it's still got some residue of Play-Doh on it. But this is just a tree for open-ended, whatever they want to do, however they want to decorate it. And so those are just my clay trays. All right, go downstairs, Olivia. Okay, and then here's another that I made. I'm almost done, I think. That's fine, but don't put the movie on yet, though, because it'll be loud. This one is just an apple core that I made. Actually traced it from my book, one of my Usborne books, which is The Secrets of the Apple Tree. I love Usborne. And that's a great book, especially to go with this unit. So out of the same pizza box that I made everything else, I just cut out some little seeds. And there's a dry erase here. So basically they just count seeds. 3, take away, and then they, write 1 or whatever here. Then they take it away and they'd see that 2 is left. And then down here, they would just write their answer. So just a subtraction practice because, and I thought it was cute that the apple is eaten and they're going to be taking away the seeds. It's just kind of a cute thing. Shh. Hold on, Lulu. I'm almost finished. You can't be loud yet. You're almost ready. I'm just showing our friends all your trays. I think I showed them all. Oh, no, I have one left. And I purposely waited until the end of the video because I'm going to need a little space to show the potential of this particular tray. All right, cool. That should work. Okay, so this is my stem bin or what I've got going on for my stem bucket right now. And I just kind of threw it together with things that I had left over from other activities I made. These are just pipe cleaner apples that I made. If I had a magnet wand, which I'm going to try to find one at the Dollar Tree, I could put it here too because they could see which things are magnetic and which things are not while they're building and working. And of course these pipe cleaner apples would be magnetic. And so I also put more of these lids, different kinds of lids in the apple colors. I had these little Dixie cups that you get at the Dollar Tree, index cards from the Dollar Tree. Literally, I think everything from here besides the lids, which I've just collected, is from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to just update and put different STEM ideas in this. And I may create other STEM bins, but for now, this is my STEM science, technology, engineering, and math tray. And so basically they can do whatever they want with it. They can try to create like maybe an apple tree with some apples on it. And learn about balance. How many can they put on before it tips over? So that's like one idea. Or my girls love to build with these little Dixie Solo cups. They like to build with the big ones too. But this is actually one of Jenny's favorite things that I created this time, and Olivia too. So there's just different ways you can work with it. You can stack different things on top of each other in different ways. And see how tall you can build your structure before it falls. So like it's just very, very open-ended. It's the colors, the same colors of the apple theme that we're going to be doing just for fun. And so, well, there went my STEM creation. But you can see it's very, very fun, very open-ended. You can do a ton of things with it. So I highly encourage you, if you haven't ever done like a STEM bin or STEM box or STEM tray in your house, to give it a try. There's tons of ideas on Pinterest. I'm going to be showing you guys my ideas that I come up with as I come up with them. So if you guys like this kind of video, if you like learning about homeschool or homesteading, because we're beginning to grow some of our own food, definitely please consider like subscribing and liking the video and sticking around, because we do this kind of stuff all the time. I post pretty regularly now. I had a period of time where I wasn't posting a lot, but I'm getting back into it again, and I'm beginning to post a ton of homeschool ideas, gardening ideas. I might start doing some lesson planning videos. I'm going to be teaching on OutSchool here pretty soon online. So I might share some of my lesson planning for that as well. And just some of the other things that we're doing. I'm going to do a full house tour here pretty soon. And a full schoolroom tour here really soon too, because I haven't done that yet. And I'm also going to do more updates of like, you know, updated garden tours and stuff. So I hope you guys are having a great day, morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And I hope that you're staying safe. My prayers and thoughts are with those people in Florida, Mississippi, and Alabama that are dealing with effects of the hurricane right now, Hurricane Sally. So I'm praying for all of y'all. And I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please stick around. I'd love to continue sharing this adventure schooling journey with you all. All right, have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.